Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about a number of use cases surrounding Hedera and the number of world-renowned organizations which utilize the Hedera network. So in a fairly recent interview on the official Kitco News YouTube channel, the co-founder of Hedera, Mance Harmon, appeared on the show where he provided details in regards to a number of developments involving Hedera. So in one segment of the interview, Harmon provided details in regards to Hedera's governing council members and how the governing council members directly partake in the governance of Hedera and also leverage Hedera's network for their own use cases.
So what's your next step in, broadening the Hedera application or utility scope? How do you get traditional, if not DeFi, firms to start using Hedera for payment? How do you start getting the everyday person here at the conference here at Collision to start paying for their coffee with Hedera or HBAR?
Well, so there are two parts to Hedera that's unique in the industry. Number one is the technology. Hashgraph, as we've mentioned, an alternative to blockchain, maximizes security and performance simultaneously. But equally, if not more important, is the governing council of Hedera. Hedera is governed by today 26 global blue chip organizations, biggest companies in the world like Google and IBM and Boeing and Nomura and Deutsche Telekom and FIS, WorldPay going to payments. It's not just companies from a single sector, it's companies that span sectors and span geographies. They govern the network. They decide use of treasury, they decide the product roadmap, but more importantly, they are also users of Hedera. So they are part of Hedera, not just because they can govern, but because they have an interest in having a network like ours, an enterprise-grade network built by enterprise for enterprise, mission-critical use cases, and they are bringing their ecosystems to market on top of Hedera. So the payment rails, the financial use cases, the banks, the stable coins, and tokenization of bond issuances and all of that, that'll be done by council members already in play today, but not just financial services, ESG marketplaces, things like what Spencer Dinwiddie is doing, a broad range of uses by council members bringing that to market.
So Hedera's governing council is composed of some of the largest organizations among a number of industries around the world, where examples of organizations which make up Hedera's governing council include Boeing, Google, IBM, UCL and LG. So such Hedera governing council members all have the underlying responsibility in terms of providing consensus to the overarching Hedera consensus service, most notably due to such organizations possessing a Hedera node. So as well as the organizations directly contributing to the overall utility and the consensus of the overarching Hedera network, such organizations also actively partake in the utility of Hedera's network, where organizations including Google are looking to DLT and blockchain to improve their workflows. And this is coupled with the direct affiliation between Hedera and Google, leading Hedera to actively leverage Google Cloud's platform, where the leveraging of Google Cloud's platform is geared towards providing improvements in the overall latency throughout the Hedera network. So improvements in overall latency within Hedera's network will be more fixed, and this will mean that there will be greatly reduced risk of such dApps being corrupted or latency disruptions to the overarching dApp infrastructure. So as mentioned, Google Cloud is looking to DLT and blockchain to improve their workflows, where the organization is seeking to roll out DLT to improve the scalability, the TPS, and the finality rate surrounding actions which arise on Google Cloud. So it's not clear which infrastructure the Google Cloud offering is looking to implement, but the direct affiliation between Hedera and Google could be an indication of Google Cloud turning to Hedera to implement and leverage the benefits provided by Hedera and in turn DLT to improve their workflows. So another organization which harnesses the benefits surrounding Hedera is its governing council member ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is a cloud platform provider where the organization provides support to over 80% of the Fortune 500. So ServiceNow actively leverages the benefits surrounding Hedera's network, especially Hedera's consensus and tokenization service, where the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service is geared towards providing substantial benefits to the underlying Now Platform service, where Now Platform is based and backed on Hedera's network. So the synergizing between Now Platform and Hedera is geared towards improving workflows, especially surrounding improving the scalability, the security, the high TPS and the throughput and finality rates surrounding actions which arise on the overarching Now Platform framework. So the harnessing of the benefits surrounding Hedera's network is geared towards providing support for development surrounding tokenization, the verification of privacy and ID infrastructure, data processing and integrity, and multi-party business processes. So the workflow surrounding Now Platform, which will be validated and enabled through Hedera, will mean that potentially significant amounts of Fortune 500 companies will leverage the benefits surrounding Hedera. So this factor could be quite beneficial and bullish for the overarching Hedera network and for potentially HBAR token holders, as the verification of datasets through the benefits surrounding Now Platform and in extension Hedera will mean that the verification of datasets will be verified and enabled through HBAR, and this will see, and as a result the price of HBAR will increase, especially over the long run. So examples of other Hedera Governing Council members which harness the benefits surrounding Hedera's network is Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, where the banks harness the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service, where the banks have actively minted stablecoins, where in the case of Shinhan Bank, the bank has harnessed the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service to mint Korean won stablecoins, while Standard Bank have minted South African Rand stablecoins through the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service. So the utility of Hedera's tokenization service in view of minting tokens is geared towards providing cross-border payment functionality and remittances from South Korea to South Africa. So improvements in the ability for cross-border payments to be authorized and validated between these regions of the world will greatly improve the sending of funds to recipients. And again, these actions will be authorized by HBAR. So again, another example of Hedera's Governing Council members directly harnessing the benefits surrounding Hedera. So Hedera's Governing Council is also composed of world-renowned academic bodies, including UCL, King's College London, and the Indian Institute of Technology Madras. So again, the universities actively partake in the consensus of the overarching Hedera consensus service. So Hedera's direct affiliation with UCL has seen the university actually detailing and publishing papers and research studies surrounding the benefits provided by Hedera, where UCL detailed to the innate qualities and benefits attached to Hedera's consensus and tokenization service, where the paper detailed to how Hedera is the greenest proof-of-stake network on the marketplace, where the network can validate and process 0.02 watts of energy per hour per transaction, and this is significantly less compared to other networks on the marketplace, including the likes of Ethereum. So as well as the intrinsic benefits and qualities attached to the energy consumption capabilities surrounding Hedera, especially between proof-of-stake networks, Hedera is also a lot more energy efficient compared to legacy networks, including Visa. So the highly efficient nature surrounding Hedera's network has seen Hedera being eyed as a potential platform and network to enable organizations, nations, or even companies to adhere to ESG compliance, where governments around the world are looking to roll out ESG laws which will limit the ability for organizations to produce certain amounts of energy and carbon. So with the intrinsic qualities attached to Hedera's network, especially in terms of its energy consumption capabilities and its carbon negative nature, this could see Hedera being more widely used by more organizations and nations in terms of complying with ESG. So another Hedera Governing Council member which harnesses the benefits surrounding Hedera is IBM. So IBM is already involved in development surrounding DLT and blockchain, where the organization is the creator and provider of the Hyperledger Fabric private blockchain offering. So Hyperledger is one of the most widely utilized private networks on the marketplace, especially between and among financial bodies, including banks around the world, where banks harness the benefits surrounding Hyperledger to enable and implement DeFi protocols into their workflows. So as well as development surrounding Hyperledger's infrastructure, IBM harnesses the benefits surrounding Hedera's consensus service, where this intrinsic affiliation is centered around improving the scalability offered by the Hyperledger Fabric blockchain offered to banks and other financial bodies around the world. So Hedera's consensus service has been namely approved and authorized for such actions, namely due to the underlying benefits surrounding Hedera's network, especially Hedera's highly scalable nature and TPS, where the highly scalable nature surrounding Hedera's consensus service, which sees the network being able to validate and process over 10,000 transactions at its base level and potentially unlimited amounts of transactions when sharding mechanisms are induced to the overarching Hedera network. This could mean that the likes of financial bodies and banks will have the improved ability to validate and authorize transactions through Hyperledger's protocol, and this is coupled with banks and Hyperledger also being able to harness the benefits surrounding DeFi protocols at scalable and at higher TPS and transparent mechanisms. So this is a diagrammatic representation of how the incorporation of Hedera's consensus service into Hyperledger will have reverberating effects in terms of improving the network's TPS and scalability. So the direct implementation of Hedera's consensus service in this development is only good news for the overarching Hedera network and potentially for HBAR token holders, as actions which may arise on Hyperledger, which is geared towards improved scalability, will be authorized and enabled through the benefits surrounding Hedera's consensus service. So with Hedera's direct affiliation with a number of world-renowned organizations around the world, and with such organizations already harnessing the benefits surrounding Hedera's network for a number of developments and protocols, Hedera could become a key component within development surrounding DLT for years to come. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Do you think Hedera is the best option for DLT? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.